Hey guys, I'm back again. I'm going to give you an update on the new 6 liter build that I'm doing for the C10. So you can see that I've got it out, it's on the stand, and I've cleaned up the block a little bit, painted it. You know, I did like the orange, it's a lot brighter. The other small block I used to have in here was Chevy orange as well, so that's why I ended up painting it this color. You know, I masked it all up, had it all painted, I did the valve covers as well. You might not see the valve covers as much once the coil packs are back on, but you know, it does give it a little bit of color. So this is a 2005 Lq9. And it's got the flat top pistons, came out of an Escalade, and I picked it up for a good price. Now you can see that the front cover, when I painted, I wasn't really picky because I've got a new one on order. So I'm just going to put a brand new aluminum one on there once we get ready to actually pull the cam out. So that's why I wasn't too picky with that. But you know, I masked up the water pump area, this and that, right? So it's all painted up. I ended up getting heads and an intake off a new body style, or like a iron block ls2, I mean, and ended up picking them up off a friend of mine. You can see they're 799 heads, so the same as the 243s. You know, they're supposed to be better flowing heads, and I also got the intake for it with the bigger throttle body and stuff. So you know what I mean, it should make more power. I think ls2s are rated for around 400 horse. So you know, basically I've got an iron block ls2 now. Once the cam and the heads and everything are all on it. Now I do just have the head sitting on here, they're sitting on the dowels with just a bolt on the top holding them together. Just for mock-up reasons, I was looking to make sure my headers were going to clear the engine mounts, and you could see that they do. I wanted to make sure I had all that figured out before I get it in the truck and then realize I have a problem. And you can see on this side, I actually had to modify, I just had to trim it a little bit for my one down pipe. I didn't want to bang my brand new set of headers just to make them fit where I can just modify the motor mount a little bit. That shouldn't interfere with any of the strength at all, just because there's still lots of meat there, so should be fine just the way it is. But yeah, I ended up got the ls6 valley tray, just because it's got the filter inside, so it's better for the engine pressure, the PCV and stuff like that. So I ended up doing that, and you can see that's why I have it blocked here, so it doesn't no longer vents in here. It's going to vent into here. I ended up going with a set of hooker headers. These are 1 7/8, and they all go down to do a 3-inch collector. I'm really happy with these. I think with the bigger primers and stuff, it should flow really well. You can see right there. But they should work really well. You know, go into the full 3-inch, and then I ended up picking up a set of duals. It goes into X pipe out the back from hooker as well. And it's the full 3-inch stainless, all metro bend, that kind of stuff. So it should work really well. I ended up going with the Blackheart edition. I've watched a bunch of reviews online, and they look like they'll should sound really well. There's my exhaust pipes and stuff in that big box over there, so that'll be put in after the motor's back in. I ended up picking up most of my stuff. I'm still waiting for the truncheon kit for the lifters, and I'm also waiting on the front timing cover. But I ended up ordering all this stuff from Brian Tooling. He was really good to deal with. I kind of told him the specs on the motor, and he spec'd me out a cam. But anyways, this is the cam I'm going to be going with. They called it the Attitude V3. So if you ever want to hear what it sounds like, there's a bunch of videos with guys putting them in their Trailblazers, basically ls2s. And that's basically what I'm going to end up with, is just an iron block ls2. The reason why I wanted to go with the iron block is eventually I plan on running some kind of boost on it. And I think the iron block will just hold up to it better. So that's everything there. You know, I got my springs and gaskets, and you know, my new crank pulley bolt, stuff like that. I might be doing a underdrive pulleys as well, but we'll have to take a look, see how much I want to spend on it. You know, I got all my ARP stuff, new lifters and the trays. I figured, you know, go on new cam, might as well go with new lifters. You can see there's my new body style or trays or Trailblazer intake. You know what I mean? They say that these flow a lot better, so it should be okay. And I'm already set up with a non-return system on this truck. So you know what I mean, it ends up working, so I'll just bolt right on. These are all the parts and everything that come off the motor. Eventually we'll be going all back on. Should work pretty good. I'm thinking that it should be, you know, 500 horse at the crank, maybe you know, 400 at the wheels or so. I'm hoping that should hopefully get me into like the 12s, I'm thinking, because you know, last year I was running in the 13s with the stock 6 liter. So I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to at least get into the 12s, if not, hopefully high 11s. That would be great. I do plan on doing a bunch of work, like while the motor's getting sent out. It's like I won't be building it, but it's going to be going over to my brother's shop, He's built a bunch of these. He actually built a couple motors for me already, and he's going to be installing the cam and the gears, timing gears, and all that good stuff, regasking and everything like that. And then basically I'll bring it back and put it back into the truck, and then hopefully just sit right in here. Hopefully it'll look good and run better. I do like the fuel injected setup. I've always had small block carbs before, and you know, you have issues with tuning issues in the winter time. It doesn't like to start. Not that I drive this in the winter, but I do like to start it every so often, just, you know, it doesn't sit dead all winter. So maybe when we get over to the shop, I'll try to get a video of him putting some stuff together for you, and, you know, give you guys kind of a heads up of what goes into it, and any issues, you know, by pulling the pulley off. I heard that the worst part about building these motors is actually getting this off. You know what I mean? So you pull that off, you use a puller, pull it off. After that, it's pretty straightforward with your torquing on the bolts and this and that, right? So it should hopefully work pretty good, but I'll try to give you guys more of an update as I go. The transmission will be going to local transmission shop too. It's going to be getting built, and I'm going to try to get like a 3600 stall in it. Currently as well, I have a 14 bolt rear end in it, come out of like early 90s 454 pickup, and it's got 373s in it, and I'm going to be dropping down to 410s. Last year when I was running down the track, it was shifting into overdrive, or yeah, it's drive, just as soon as I was hitting the end of the track. So I'd like it to shift a little bit sooner, hopefully get a little more speed out of it. So I'm going to be going with 410s in it as well. So that'll be coming back out once the motor trans in. Then I'm going to pull the rear end out, take that to the transmission shop, because he does drive lines and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have him do that. So hopefully it should be quicker next year. But just thought I'd give you guys a heads up. I'd like to say thanks for watching the videos, and if you guys like to see more videos, like install videos, put the motor together video, you know, that kind of stuff, maybe just give it a thumbs up, or, you know, a quick subscribe. I know I'm a pretty new YouTube channel. I don't have a whole lot of content, but I'm hoping to get a lot more informative stuff, you know, with the LS swap. Maybe I can go into more of the wiring stuff later on if you guys like to see that, how I integrated the standalone harness into my factory harness, because I am running all my factory gauges, my oil pressure and my coolant and all that kind of stuff. The only one I went aftermarket was my speedometer. I went with one that runs off GPS, so I don't have to try to integrate that into the factory mechanical one. But, you know, if you guys like to see more, or if you want more information on the truck, or how to or install videos, maybe just give it a subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.